What is going on, Taurus Collective? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be your, what is your next major event or major turning point for this season. Okay, so Spirit did guide me to do these for all the seasons, but we are currently in the winter season. So this is ranging from the winter solstice that was on December 21st till the real new year, which is March 19th. So this is the time frame that we're working with. As we all know, time is fluid. It's an illusion as far as energy goes. So whenever you do come across this reading is when it'll be time for you to receive the messages. Maybe it'll make more sense when you are guided if you're not, seeing this right now when it posts. So so the major turning point and event is going to be based off of just using the major arcanas. That's the first row of cards that we have here, what that is for you, how that is benefiting you, how it may be challenging you, potential overall outcome. I always say potential because free will is a thing. So any decisions you make or lack thereof can always change the outcome, and advice from your spirit team. Okay, so looking at the bottoms of the deck so far, some of you, I definitely feel like you're definitely manifesting a new beginning. Okay, a brand new start. For some of you, it's a whole new life, and I feel like it's on the tail end of you guys coming out of a situation or essentially freeing yourself, like regaining your sovereignty over a connection from, it feels like a masculine. It could definitely be a water sign with the man holding the heart. It could definitely be a water sign, or just someone who maybe has feelings for you, but they are not maybe telling you how they feel, or like holding them back from you. For some of you, it's like they're holding their feelings back because their feelings aren't there. And so for some of you, this could definitely, it feels like it could be a really complex type of situation that some of you are dealing with. I feel like it's going to be important for your intuition. I feel like has already been kind of like warning you about this, kind of telling you like something isn't right, because something is not what it seems. And so I feel like for some of you, it's really important for you to listen to your intuition at this time. If your intuition is telling you that something's off, that there's a problem, or someone's like making something up, trying to bait you in some type of way, get you to help them by giving you some type of sob story, but it really isn't making sense, or it just isn't sitting right within your spirit, this is your indication to listen to that. Okay, but it does look like I said, during this season, upon restoring and regaining your freedom in a sense, or freedom from a connection, whatever this might be for you, you guys are manifesting a brand new start, a brand new beginning. Okay, but it is going to require you to trust the universe and what you're being guided to do, whatever it is you're being guided to leave behind, to distance yourself from, separate from. That is, the new beginning is on the horizon on the other side of that. Okay, so let's get into your messages. So there was only maybe, I want to say one, at least for sure one, could have been another sign so far that has received 3 major arcanas with this reading. And so there's a little bit to unpack here. Okay, so let's get into this for you guys. So we have 3 cards for you. So we have the moon, the world, and the strength. So some of you, like I said, could be dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We also have Leo here, as well as Scorpio again with the world. So some of you, a Scorpio sign could definitely be of significance. So your guys' next major turning point is, I feel like things that have been hidden for some of you, this is a cycle that maybe is something that has been repeating. It feels like due to maybe your subconscious beliefs, fears, things that have just been, like I said, hidden that you weren't able to see before. Something is closing out. There's a cycle that it feels like is closing, and I feel like really for some of you putting you back in your power. For some of you, it could, like I said, the sign, it doesn't really matter, but definitely could be a Leo. Like I said, we definitely have heavy water energy here already. For some of you, this is closing a cycle out that I feel like has maybe been quite difficult. Okay, this could definitely be a masculine that has kind of like let their pride or ego get the best of them. And I feel like for some of you, this is maybe something that has been repeating, something you've dealt with more than once through maybe different partners, different faces, but same energy, if that makes sense. So for some of you, this is maybe something you're not seeing, you're not expecting, because the moon represents, not only your intuition or, things that are hidden beneath the surface, but this also represents things that you don't see, things that are hidden until, in the time, for the time being. So this could, I feel like some of you may be closing out a cycle, even if it's unseen to you, unbeknownst to you. Maybe you don't have physical, tangible evidence or proof of that yet. Taurus, this is, I feel like, definitely changing. Okay, I feel like whatever cycle this is, it's ultimately reminding you how powerful you are, reminding you how strong you are. For some of you, if you've been like lacking confidence in any type of way, some of you, this could just be limiting beliefs, something that's been repeating in your experience that has made you doubt yourself, made it maybe difficult for you to believe in yourself or take action on certain goals or aspirations that you have, but that during this time frame is ending. Okay, so clarifying that with the tarot, we have the Empress. Okay, so for some of you, might definitely be a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be. For some of you, I'm getting two messages here, because what's clarifying that is a Seven of Swords. So I'm getting two messages here. I feel like some of y'all, if you obviously watch tarot, you already know what I'm about to say. But let me start with the first message. So it's on a more lighter note, but I'm gonna still give you what I got. So for some of you, this is, like I said, you guys are closing out a cycle where you didn't believe in yourself, where you guys are coming back into your power in such a way that I feel like some of you will never question your worth ever again. Some of you are closing out a cycle that's been major, to where if you've been doubting yourself, kind of essentially lying to yourself, because Seven of Swords, yes, we know it represents, lies, deception, sneaking away, sneaky behavior, things like that. It also represents self-sabotage, the things that we lie to ourselves about, meaning that if we've essentially adopted the belief that, I can't ever be a millionaire because no one in my family has ever did it, or because I was told that I would never amount to anything, or, whatever the projection might have been. Some of you have kind of like grown up to believe it's true. And I feel like now this is a point where that's been a limiting belief with the moon here, that also, like I said, represents subconscious beliefs, things, like I said, beliefs that are hidden, that we really don't see, that it kind of like just happen on autopilot automatically, right? And for some of you, that is something that was kind of like has been repeating in your experience, that is coming to a close during this season, okay, during this winter season, until up until the new year. So that's the first message I'm getting, right? Second message I'm getting here is that for some of you, like I said, if you guys are being guided to essentially free yourself from a water sign, or someone that essentially is showing love to you, and for some of you it may feel a little love bomby. It may feel a little bit like you're doing a little too much now, like where it's making me question your motive, right? For some of you, this person is hiding the fact that someone is pregnant. Okay, with the moon there, for some of you, this is something that maybe has happened before, okay? Or this is maybe just someone that you needed to close out a cycle with, okay? That was just there to teach you something, to teach you maybe to trust yourself. For some of you, that is as simple as this is with this Empress energy here. I mean, not Empress, I'm sorry, High Priestess energy here. For some of you, this is just simply about when something feels off, your intuition is telling you something isn't being fully disclosed, somebody is hiding something isn't what it seems here, to trust that. For some of you, that's exactly like as simple as it could be. And it just may be coming up through way of somebody simply lying to you about a pregnancy, lying to you about, maybe having a wife or being married, or, having a whole family, right? For some of you, this is maybe something that has happened to you before. And for me, like, even I can speak from my own personal experience. I don't have Taurus. The only Taurus placement I have on my chart is my North Node. So for my experience though, learning how many times I've been cheated on, it was more so an indication of how I've, kind of let myself fall, like kind of lost myself to a connection, but also times where my intuition was telling me that something wasn't right, or that they were lying about something, that I let them gaslight me into believing them over myself. And so it taught me ultimately to never let that happen again. So for some of you, it's like a similar lesson that some of you are learning at this time, okay? To believe yourself, even if like and that's why I've learned that why the government and all, the lawmakers and all that, why they put the laws in place about innocent until proven guilty, is because some things you can't prove. Your intuition knows, but if a person lies and you don't have a physical, like you didn't get to get a picture of it, or you don't have fingerprints, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things like that, it's like, it doesn't mean that it's a lie. If someone got someone pregnant, or they're lying about, not telling or hiding the fact that someone, got someone pregnant after cheating on you, but you don't have the proof of it, but you have a feeling like, I know this motherfucker did something like you. Some of you may have seen it in a dream. Some of you, it came through meditation or intuitively, but because you don't have a physical, tangible proof, then it's like that because of that means it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like some of you, this is ultimately teaching you to never doubt yourself again, and don't let others gaslight you into doubting yourself. Okay, for some of you, that is what this major turning point is where you know your worth, you know your value now. And some of you are going to easily see that once this cycle is closed, that you were the one who got away. That whoever this person is that lied to you or tried to deceive you, tried to play with you, try to mind fuck you to get you to, you know, play their game or whatever it is for you, that ultimately you were the prize. Okay, with the Empress here, you're the prize, and this is your own energy, Taurus. And I just remember that this is your own energy. Okay, so for some of you, that is exactly what this is about. Okay, so how this is benefiting you, let's see. Ooh, so we have contract. Okay, card number 6. So this could be a Libra energy. Some of you may be dealing with Libra. We have adjacent possibilities, which is 24, which is also reduces to a 6. So we have 6, 6 here. Okay, this gives me 7 of Cups vibes. All right. And then we have darkness, card 40. Okay, so how this is benefiting you. I feel like for some of you, things that are hidden, it's like the scales, anything that was done behind closed doors that you couldn't see, that was, like I said, hidden from you, karma is going to be served on your behalf. Justice is going to be served regardless even if you don't see it, even if you don't maybe understand how it'll happen or when it'll happen. Just know that you know, it can happen in a number of different ways is what I'm getting here. But what I'm also getting is that some of you may be feeling like you're in a dark period right now. But just know that doors of opportunity, even if you can't see it because it's dark, right? The darkness, it's being hidden. You don't see the way ahead yet. Doors of opportunity are opening up for you. I feel like like I said, this cycle closes and you guys stay strong, you stay in your power, and you remain confident that things are going to be, whatever's done wrong will be made right, right? I feel like some of you, you maybe don't know it yet, but some of you have, like, it's like you signed up for a contract. It's like you had a soul contract with someone and someone basically breached the contract by cheating on you. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you vow to be with someone, be true, be faithful and loyal and all those things, and they break that vow. You know what I'm saying? It then forfeits the whole thing. It makes the whole contract null and void is what I'm getting here. But I feel like this is more happening on an energy, on a soul level type of way, where some of you were meant to, you know, be someone's empress. Some of you were meant to, like, you were dealing with your own emperor, right? But they essentially cheated on you or something. Like, this is just hypothetically speaking, but if this is your story, then you know what I'm talking about. But it's like this person you had a contract with, they were supposed to be your emperor. You guys are supposed to complete the mission together, and this person hid from you that they basically, you know, cheated, basically forfeited the contract. So you fulfilled your end of the bargain, but they didn't fulfill theirs, so it makes it null and void. So for some of you, you know, maybe don't see this yet because the darkness is hiding it from you right now, but other doors of opportunity are opening, meaning that if your partner, your divine counterpart who was supposed to be that, lied to you, deceived you, cheated on you, whatever, you're essentially now, you know, they forfeited their part of your contract, right? To where now the doors of opportunity could be coming in the form of, like, you know, business opportunities, money opportunities, creative collaboration opportunities. But I also feel like it's suitors, meaning that you guys are now opening up the doors to, you know, other people that want to date you, like other soulmates that may not have been your true divine masculine or divine feminine, you know, however it may apply. But it doesn't mean that you just now you're just completely asked out because you held your end, but they didn't hold theirs. That, you know, that just because they forfeited their part of the contract, that now, you know, it fucks up your life too. It doesn't. It's like you showed up for your part and they didn't show up for theirs. So it's like justice and karma is going to be served. This is the year of karma. This is the year of reaping, meaning whatever seeds have been sown is what's going to be reaped. So I feel like some of you, this is your indication to stay strong. Anything that's been hidden, anything that's been done in the dark is going to come full circle, and it's going to be shown. You just need to stay strong, stay in your confidence, know your worth, and know that, you know, people who think that because you didn't have physical, tangible proof that they just got off scot-free, nope, not for a second. There's eyes always watching when you think no one's watching. So just know, some of you needed this confirmation that anything that has been done underneath in the darkness, that just because you didn't see it physically with your own eyes, that, you know, they just telling you it didn't happen because you weren't there, that doesn't make it untrue. So some of you need to know that, you know, stay steadfast, okay? Some of you this is like essentially freeing you from something that you've been kind of like lying to yourself about. Some of you intuitively know what I'm talking about here and maybe kind of like ignored it or kind of like wrote it off as like, you know what, maybe I'm tripping, I don't have proof, I can't prove it, so maybe I'm just overthinking it. This is your indication that no, people do things in the dark, but just because you don't have physical proof of it doesn't mean it didn't happen. That's what your intuition is for. That's why it's there, because that's how people tend to get away with shit. But nothing is ever just completely unseen. Your spirit guides, your spirit team, angels, ancestors, they're always watching. The Most High always is watching. So I feel like some of you just need to know that, you know, doors that maybe have closed because of the situation are about to be opened. Doors that maybe, like opportunities that some of you have missed out on are coming back around. And that's where I feel like justice is being restored, where things that you're like I stayed with this person, or, you know, gave to them in this way and they did me like this, and I passed up a job for them, or I passed up these type of opportunities that were offered to me that I could have easily took, but I stayed because XYZ. It's like all that is gonna be made right for you. Okay, so clarifying this, we have come through, spirit, come through. Yes, the wheel of fortune. Okay, Taurus, yes, with the 2 of swords. Like I fucking said, karma is being served. Okay, a big old fat dish of karma is being dealt for whatever has been hidden from you, whatever deception that people information they try to keep from you. Okay, this is something you're not expecting. You don't see this coming, how well karma is going to serve you, but how painful and intense it might be for other people who try to hide things from you. Okay, so for some of you, you know, obviously this message isn't going to be for all of you. For some of you it is, right? But for others of you, this could just be simply talking about the limitations that some of you have been placing on yourself. You guys aren't doing that anymore. You're standing in your power, you're standing strong, you're closing out these cycles of not believing in yourself and doubting yourself, questioning your worth, your value, and what you deserve to experience in this lifetime. Some of you are no longer doing that to yourself, and that could simply be what this is, right? To where now things, you know, luck is turning in your favor. It is your divine time to where, you know, things where you feel like, you know, I'm in this dark place, I don't know what's ahead, I don't know where my life is going, what the fuck is going on, spirit. Like, you know, this is letting you know that when it's dark, the light always returns. Okay, meaning when the sun goes down and the moon comes out, it's only dark for a period of time before the sun returns and lights the way again. So some of you are, you know, that could be exactly what this is as well, is that, you know, it just wasn't the right time, right? Which is why we typically plant seeds. We don't plant seeds in the wintertime. You plant them in the spring when the light is out again, when things are up and awake, and you know what I'm saying? So I feel like some of you, this is how this is benefiting you, okay? Is that your luck is changing, your luck is turning because you allowed yourself, you trusted yourself enough to no longer stay in the dark, right? It's like trusting your intuition is what it's guiding you to do. If it's guiding you to reclaim your sovereignty and to essentially, you know, get out of things that were essentially kind of like getting out of control, it's like new doors of opportunity are going to start opening up to you again. Okay, especially like I said, ones that have been closed or that you've essentially felt like you've missed out on. It's like that's going to all be rebalanced. Balance is going to be restored, I feel like, in a major way. We have justice and the wheel of fortune in the same fucking row on what's benefiting you. You know what I'm saying? So, and the world is there too. So that's all about karmic cycles, things closing out. You know, what goes around comes around. So just know that anything that has been done, you know, wrong, or that y'all feel like you missed out on, or other people have like purposely and intentionally made you miss out on for their own selfish gain, right? From their own deception, just know that you will be vindicated. Okay, so how this may be challenging you, we have 6th chakra, which is Archangel Metatron. So this is the 3rd eye chakra, okay? And the void, card 1. So recognize this card here is card 40 and this is card 1. So the 4 and the 1 is a 5. So for some of you, this is definitely, things are changing. Things that have been, like I said, hidden from you. I feel like some of you are going to easily see like, damn, like I was right. Some of you, whatever has been done in the dark is going to come to light. And you guys are going to see, like, I feel like it's going to be challenging you because you're going to be like, holy shit, like I had no idea that I was actually right about that. Like I really wasn't trusting myself. And then for some of you, I feel like it's giving me this energy of going to make you kind of like think back, like how many other times did I do that? What else did I, you know, see, right? But couldn't see. You see what I'm saying? Like you're your first eye saw it, but not your other eyes. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like some of you are really it's gonna throw you off. I feel like some of you are maybe going through your own awakening at this time, and that's why things are feeling so dark and hidden. Because if you notice in both of these how it's benefiting you and challenging you, notice the balance here, okay, with the justice, with the Libra. So some of you may be dealing with the Libra, but it's like things may be feeling really dark right now, okay? But I feel like some of you Taurus need to know that in the darkness is where your power lies, okay? Oh, I just noticed this. Sorry, I just noticed this on both of these as well, okay? These two cards, the dark and the light, by the way, okay? Which is also what I'm getting here, dark and the light, right? Oh, that's so wild. Look at this. And both of your both of these, both rows. I just realized that. Oh. That wasn't even what I was trying to show you right now, but I just noticed that. On what's benefiting you and challenging you is the balance, okay? Things that have been hidden is coming to light, right? Things that you were maybe doubting or questioning yourself about, that's been hidden, it's going to be revealed to you, okay? Oh, that's wild. Okay, that wasn't even what I was trying to show you, but now let me show you what I was trying to show you. Is that from both of these, both rows here, okay, this card is card 40, and so is this one. Two totally different decks, both card 40s, okay? So some of you, 40 may be of significance, but that's talking about balance being restored. The 4 represents balance, foundation, okay? You need 2 and 2 to have a balance, to make a square, right? But this is also balance, the dark and the light, balance, right? Not only that, the 4 and the 4 equals 8. This is the year of the 8. So like I said, Taurus, this is a major karmic completion. I feel like some of y'all are closing some major karmic cycles. And karma isn't, I'm not talking about the toxic being that, oh, these karmics and all that bullshit. Like I've I guess grown beyond that, healed beyond that. But I'm talking about karmics as in cause and effect, as in the people that come into our experiences to teach us things, to teach us where maybe we're limiting ourselves, where maybe we have some things that we've been suppressing that need to come up to be healed. Those type of karmic cycles, okay? This is wild. The synchronicities are fucking ridiculous right now. That's crazy. This is like a major fucking karmic completion for you guys. This is, and I feel like I said, this is coming up in the benefit. So for some of you, it's like you found yourself maybe in a contract, but because things were maybe done behind closed doors that you didn't know about, information that was maybe kept from you or hidden from you, to where maybe some of you were baited into some type of karmic cycle or karmic some type of contract. It's like you guys are being freed from that, whether it's in the 3D sense, or your spirit guides and Most High is taking care of that on your behalf. For some of you, it's Archangel Metatron, okay, because he is the one archangel that has had a human experience. Others, from what I understand, have not. So this archangel knows what this shit feels like. He's gone through the human experience, so he knows how it feels to be done wrong, to be duped and kind of like baited into something without having all the information, without being able to make an actual informed decision. So for those of you that have experienced that and are really in like a dark place, not really knowing what's going on, just know that some of you, you're really being asked to trust this process, that things are being taken care of essentially behind the scenes on your behalf, okay? Woo, that was a lot. Okay. All right. So clarifying how this may be challenging you is the King of Cups. Okay. We already talked about the King of Cups here. Okay. And then underneath that is card 41, which is the next card in this deck. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Okay. So this could also be Metatron working with Archangel Uriel, but this one is also talking about the crown chakra. Okay. So the crown chakra represents the guidance from the Most High, but it also represents being able to trust the guidance, trusting yourself, but also trusting your process, meaning that when things feel dark, that you're able to trust that I know things are happening for me and not to me. I know that even if I can't see my path ahead, even if things feel really fucking dark, I know that I can trust my intuitive guidance because it comes from the Most High. I know where it comes from, therefore I know I can trust it. And some of you are really being guided to do that at this time, okay? So, like I was saying, so how this may be challenging you is the King of Cups, which is clarified by the 8 of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, this is like someone that you care about. I feel like for some of you, this definitely can be a connection that some of you, have a lot of feelings for. There's obviously, been emotional investment for some of you. And, I feel like for some of you, it's really making you feel kind of like overwhelmed, mentally overwhelmed. But I feel like it's also a reminder to know that anything you feel like you're stuck in is just, it's your own thoughts. It's your own mind that's making you feel like that. It's not true though. It doesn't make it true. These are just the limitations, which I feel like is what that moon represents there as well, is the limitations, our subconscious limiting beliefs that make us feel like we're stuck and trapped, but we're really not. Okay, for some of you, that is exactly what, like I said, what's closing out here. But for others of you, this is showing up in a person, an actual physical connection. Okay, for some of you, this is someone who may have a lot of emotions for you, or maybe, like I said, they're love bombing you, gaslighting you, and all that. But this is, like I said, something is not all what it seems. Okay, there's more going on than what is being expressed to you, right? Things that are hidden, like I was saying. So for some of you, this may feel challenging, but what little do you guys know is that someone may be gaslighting you in order to trap you, in order to make you question yourself, make you, so confused about what to do, where you end up staying, right? And so for some of you, that's the illusion that may feel like a challenge, but it's ultimately, depending on how you choose to look at it, it's ultimately teaching you how to trust yourself, how to trust the guidance that's coming from your third eye, which is also, coming through your crown, right, from the Most High, for you to see it clearly, for you to see beyond what your physical eyes are showing you, beyond what the 3D is showing you. Okay, so like I said, it may feel challenging, but you have to know that your guidance is coming from a divine place, and because it comes from there is why you can trust it. Okay, it's ultimately, it's like what I always say. I'm the only reader who I've heard so far that says it, but if we can trust Siri and Apple Maps and Google and all this shit for our information, you damn well better be able to trust yourself, because that guidance comes from the Most High, being an extension of that powerful source that makes your heart beat every day without you having to ask it. If we could trust the 3D physical stuff, why can we not trust that too? When it was gifted as like a divine, guidance system, why should we not trust that, right? It's just conditioning to tell us not to. That's why people don't. So anyway, I digress. So overall potential outcome. Potential, I say potential because free will is a thing. Decisions we make or don't make, it all affects us, right? So potential outcome is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so Queen of Cups is clarified by the King of Cups and the Hermit. So some of you, Taurus, you're meeting your divine match. I feel like some of you, whatever cycle this is, whether this is a cycle between an actual, person, or this is just a cycle of, the things that have been holding you back, feelings. For some of you, this is your emotions, the emotions that some of you have that's challenging, holding back your emotions, things that, that are going on in your mind, right? That are keeping you stuck and trapped, tied and bound. So for some of you, it's not a physical, like actual physical connection or partnership. For some of you, it is. It's different for all of you. So take, these as they apply. But I feel like ultimately, regardless of how this is resonating for you, in the event that you do, reclaim your sovereignty and release yourself and let a cycle close out for good, it's ultimately, regardless, it's sending you your divine counterpart. And these are two totally different decks. Okay, so for some of you, like I said, it's ultimately aligning you with your true divine counterpart, and for some of you, it is a Virgo. Others of you, this is someone who's maybe currently doing their shadow work. So as you're doing your work, this person is doing their work too. So that way, when you close out your cycle, they're right in alignment with you because they've done the work too. Okay, and that's a beautiful place to be. Like for me at this point in my journey, it's like if the other people are not doing the work, we're not a match, period. I'm no longer, babysitting, hand-holding, trying to, carry them along with, because I couldn't do that. I had to do a majority, like 98% of the shit by myself. So it's like if a masculine isn't doing that work or doesn't want to because of how hard it is and all that, when I know the type of, cards I was dealt and how difficult it was and all that shit that I had to push through regardless, when literally everybody around me didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Other people I couldn't even reach out to or talk to that I knew would understand because, they all, either want money for it or, which at the time, like I didn't have that to give even if I wanted to, so it's like a lot of the shit I had to invest and do all by myself, but it showed me how strong I was, right? I just had to trust the guidance and actually apply it as it came. And I've been doing that. So advice from your spirit guides, Taurus, we have building blocks, card 28. Okay. So this is about building a foundation, you know, getting clear about what it is that you want and continue and starting to take those steps, you know, preparing yourself for the foundation that you're trying to build. For some of you, it's rebuilding, right? But still, you know, allowing yourself to be in position to where when opportunities start to open up for you, that you're ready to take them. You're ready to step in. You're ready to, you know, take all the stones that some of you may have been thrown at you from other people, and instead of throwing them back with that return to sender energy bullshit, keep the stones and build off them. Okay, transmute that shit, cleanse it the same way you would, you know, you get a muddy rock, right? It's like rinse that shit off and you know, let it be a part of what you ultimately, you know, build, right? So we have serendipity. Okay, so this is about, you know, being open, being confident, and being ready to receive, right? Being ready to this is like being in alignment and noticing the signs as they come and being ready to act on them. You know what I'm saying? So this is like being in that energy of, you know, knowing that things are changing, knowing that things are shifting, feeling it before you actually see it. So even though things may feel dark right now, they may seem dark, this is about tapping into your intuitive senses and visualizing what you want to see before it even happens. That's how you ultimately attract it. And then closing out with your advice from spirit is the 9, your energy, Taurus. Okay, I know you can't really see it on this card, but this Taurus symbol here underneath this 9. So still, it's called still. Refinement, taste, culture, style, fine tune, concentrate, develops over time, purify, filter, draw out, infusion, spirits, perfume, reduction, cultivation. So I feel like this is, you know, about kind of like coming back home to yourself. I know that the Tauruses I know is a Venusian energy, so Tauruses that I know, they, you know, really appreciate fine wine, fine dining, all the finer things of life. And I feel like for some of you, you're being asked to really, like, you know, draw those things out of yourself. Okay, purify your energy however you might need to, but just, you know, take your time. You know, even if you feel like you're having to rebuild, you're not starting over from scratch. You're starting over from experience. So just know that this will get better over time. You just have to start with where you are, with where you're at, with what you have in the right now moment. Okay. Whew, this is deep. So anyway, Taurus, that's what I have for you. Like I said, we have your energy here, Empress showing up here, Sagittarius energy with the Wheel of Fortune, Virgo energy, the Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, heavy on the air signs as well. Leo energy, again, Cancer energy with the Moon, the World, Scorpio energy. So, I mean, like I said, it could be any of the signs, honestly. So take it as it applies. But that's what I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you get a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you have not. Feel free to drop any, you know, drop it in the comments if you'd like. I always respond. I'm not too good. So I love y'all so much. Until next time.